Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing 2d6 Dungeon right here, and my character Bryke has entered a fountain room and successfully made an offering to one of the gods called Nevizator. If you are just watching this video and you haven't watched the previous ones, you definitely want to go back and watch so you'll know what's happening. So at this point, I need to decide, do I keep pushing forward? Do I maybe return to town? I don't have a healing potion and I'm down to 6 health, so it's a question, but I think I'm going to keep pressing on. So I'm going to separate that. We're going to go through this door right here, or corridor, excuse me. I'm going to re-roll that, and it is a 1x6. Now, I can't go out 6 with a quarter. This is the x-axis, this is the y. So instead, what you can do, this game is your game. You can twist it a little bit. I am instead going to force it down. So it'll come out 1 and it'll go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it's a quarter. How many exits on this quarter? None. Okay, so it's a dead-end quarter. So I'm going to have to backtrack just a little bit. There was another door in here, right here. So I'll backtrack and we'll go through this corridor. And this is a small room, a 2x3. So I'll go 2 by 3. How many exits? 3 is just a single exit. I will put that exit right here, like that. Now, this is the first time I've encountered a small room. Small rooms have their own table, and they are on page, remember, go check the level 1 tables. You come down here and it says level 1 small room, page 46. So we'll go to 46, and you roll 2d6 and you add them for the small rooms. This is a 1-4. So let me write that down, 1-4. Oh no, it's a 5. You add them, sorry. It's a 5. 5 is Intuneric Mosaic. Most small rooms are going to be shrines. This one is to the god Intuneric. So it's a shrine. Intuneric. And it says, there's a large mosaic here, a swirling black visage. If you call for favor, it's -2. So it's a great room to call for favor of Intuneric. There is no space to make offerings. So you can only call on a favor here. You cannot make an offering. And it is unique. Most small rooms, most of them are unique. Okay? Anytime you roll a unique room, you re-roll it. That's the rule. All right, there's one door. Did it tell me what the type of door was? Sorry, let me go look at that. Small room, unique. There was a rule about small rooms. I think they always have a corridor. Could be wrong. If you roll 2, 3, 3, 2, or any combination that results, the room is considered a small. In this situation, rather than rolling on level rooms, roll on small rooms. All exits from small rooms are archways. Okay, so just know, small rooms always have an archway. Let's keep going. 4-4, we have a double again. So we roll, man, I've got I've never had this many big rooms in a dungeon before. So it's going to be an 8x7, 50, what is that, 56? Now, I can't fit it this way, so as long as I have 56 squares, I'm okay. So it's 5, 1, 2, 3, that's actually 4. I'll go down here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would go 5 by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 50, 54. That's close enough. All right, how many exits in this giant room? 3 is just a 1 exit. I will have it going down here. Seal this up. This is going to be room number 9. I love the random nature of this game, how it draws random maps. I mean, it's just really, really cool. All right, room number 9. And it's a giant room, so we roll on page 40, I believe. Level 1, large rooms. Remember, it's larger than 32. So let's roll to see what it is. You roll 2d6 and you add them. That's a 7. And a 7 is a temple. Here we go. Temple is unique. And it has archways. So this is an archway. The temple, dark murals line the walls. Empty pews form 2 lines. So you could put pews in here, right? If you want to draw your map with some detail. Chandeliers are loaded with lit candles. Behind a pulpit stands a figure who attacks. Roll on L1R -1. L1R is a religious enemy. L1R is religious enemy, page 38, and I'm going to subtract 1 from the roll. L1R, right here, roll a d6 and subtract 1. It's a 2. It's a cultist. So I've encountered a cultist. And by the way, if I go back to page 40, it says it doesn't have any bonus treasure. So whatever the cultist is carrying, that's the treasure. So let's find the cultist. Here we go. I will put the cultist card up on screen so you can see it and follow along. The cultist has 5 hit points. 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 1 shift. And it blocks a robe swoop on secondary 4s. Secondary 4s. I use a red die for secondaries. All right. We are on turn number 1. I come running into the room. I see him, and I'm running right at him to attack. I rolled a 3-2. With 2 shift, I could get this to a 3-3. I can't get to a 6 at all. Now, he blocks on a secondary 4. I attacked on a secondary 3. So he doesn't block anything, and he takes d6 damage. Roll the blue damage die. He takes 1 point of damage. All right. He's got 4 health left. He attacks me. He rolls a 1-4. With 1 shift, he can't get this to a 5. He misses. We're on round number 2. I rolled a 1-6. With 2 shift, I could get this to a 3, but nothing else. I miss. He comes at me with a 6-4. With 1 shift, he can make that a 5-4. But I now block on a primary 5 at minus, well, that should be a 1. That should be 1. -1 damage. So his punch normally does d6 -2, but now it's going to do d6 -3. So he does 2 points of damage to me. I'm down to 4. Oh. All right, I swing at him. 2-5 with 2 shift. I can't get it to a 6-4. I could get this to a 3, but I can't get that to a 3, and I miss. He swings at me with a 2-1. With 1 shift, he cannot get that to a 5. He misses. Turn number 3. All right, here we go. This is the first time that Bryke has rolled a 6-6. So when you roll a 6-6, that is a perfect hit. What it does, it lets you pick the attack maneuver you want to use. In this case, I want the drubbing. Well, it doesn't really matter because he blocks on a primary 4. So both of my attacks do a d6. But you get to add your shift. So my shift is 2. So I'm going to roll a d6 and I'm going to add 2 to the damage. It's normally d6 plus 2, but remember, he blocks on -1. So it's actually d6 plus 1 plus my shift. So d6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9, and the cultist dies. Now, he gives me 6 XP. So now I'm up to 37. And I roll on Religious Pouch Table 1, RPT1. RPT1 is on page 25. RPT1, roll 2d6 and add them. 11. Inside the pouch is so there's a pouch. I got another pouch. is a symbol of a tree carved in horn. So I have a piece of horn, and some of these guys like the horn, the from an animal, with a cross symbol. Cross symbol. Some Dancoma stems. These are things that you can use to create some healing things. Dancoma stems. And 10 gold. Okay. Not bad. We have an archway. I defeated the cultist, so that goes away. And we will continue. Now, here's the deal. What you're looking for is the stairs down to level 2. And usually you'll find those in the last room. So I'm running out of space here. As long as there's some rules, and I want to tell you where they are. It's on page. It's on page. Here it is. It's on page 18. All right. Now, and also the rules for tracking back. You cannot go up levels. All right. You cannot backtrack if you re-entered a level. So I can't go back to the entrance. That's where the rule is about once you use the chute, you can't go back to the entrance. You cannot go up levels or use backtracking as a means of leaving the dungeon. You cannot backtrack if you have re-entered a level. So once I come in here, I can't backtrack. I can only go forward. When you go down a dungeon from level 1, there are a number of things. Okay, so to find the next level, and it's in here somewhere, you're looking for, here it is, page 15. When you reach the last room on the level, the final room going forward that can be placed, place a stair icon going down. Knowing it's the last room is about understanding your forward momentum. Your path will have led here. More often than not, the last room is the final room. It is potentially near the top of the page with usually at least 75% of the dungeon covered. I think I'm about 50%, well, more than 50% now. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet. All right, so I'm going to go, do I want to backtrack? Because remember, once I backtrack to here, then I can only move forward. I can't come back here. Unless this somehow leads here, and then I can only go forward this way. There's a little vagueness there in what backtracking is, because your dungeon, I'm moving in a clockwise manner, so it could bring me back to the entry room, which is considered backtracking. But it says I cannot leave the dungeon by backtracking, which technically means you can't use the entry. Let's go through this door. Let's see. I'm at 4 health. Oh. If I encounter one more enemy that does one really good D6 hit with no modifier, I'm dead. I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to go back and I'm going to use the exit. So when you use the exit, you're going to do what's called a go to town, and that is on page 33. All right. Places to visit in town. Once free of the dungeon, you can visit the market to buy or sell. Now, selling items, you roll. I don't really have anything I want to sell right now, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But you have to roll on this chart to determine whether the merchant tries to take advantage of you, whether you sweet talk him in, get some discounts, things like that. But I'm not doing that. However, buying items, that's what I want. You can buy armor, magic potions, and magic scrolls, but no other magic item. So let's take a look at what I can get here. If you go into the Codex book on page...
Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and let me interrupt this video for about 30 seconds to let you know about my new Patreon. It's just $2 a month, and all of my patrons get access to all of my videos that normally appear on YouTube, but they get them a week earlier than normal. I also have a number of games that I play privately that only my patrons have access to. In addition, once a week, we do a live miniature painting session. You come online with me and we paint and chat. I also do a once a month live chat session. We talk about anything and everything. If this sounds of interest to you, check the video description below. There's a link to my Patreon. Like I said, it's just $2 a month, and what those extra funds allow me to do is make more videos, and that's what I want to do. So I hope you'll consider joining me as a patron, and now let's get back to the video.
The potions are on page... where are they? Sorry. They're up here somewhere. Potions. Magic scrolls. Magic potions. I went right by them. Magic potions are on page 9. They tell you the cost over here. If you sell one, you only get half. A healing potion is 18 gold, and it heals you up to 10. A gain health, you gain 15, it can take you above your baseline. My baseline right now is 10. It's 40 gold. I only have 50, 60 gold. 60 gold. I do have some silver, but it's not enough to make it worthwhile. You have to have 10 silver for 1 gold. So I basically have 60 gold. I could buy another piece of armor, and that is on page 6. But armor is usually, I could buy a shield. I could buy a shield, because shields are nice. A steel buckler blocks on a 4 and 1, and I don't currently have something that blocks on a primary 4 or a secondary 1. And a steel buckler is 40 gold, which leaves me enough money to buy 1 potion. Now a studded buckler is only 34, and it blocks on a 3-1, but I've already got a 3, so I hate to overlap. A wooden shield is a 5-3, I already block on a 5, primary 5. A banded shield is 45 gold, which only leaves me 15, and I can't buy a potion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 18 and 18 is 36. 36 plus 34 is 70. I don't have 70 gold. I only have 60. So I can buy 1. You know what? I'm going to buy as many potions as I can. I really don't want to die. So healing. I will buy an 18 and a 40 is 58. That would only get me 2 potions, but one of them can add 15 points. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. It's 25. I could buy 2 gain health potions for 50, and it leaves me no gold. But it'll take me up to 15. And when you visit town, by the way, I believe you heal up to your full health. Let me double check that. In the evening, returning to the dungeon, you may, okay, hold on. Buying rations, I don't need rations. I thought you healed all the way up when you came back to the town, or when you, leaving the dungeon. Leaving the dungeon anytime, heading back, blah, blah, blah. You must find the ventilation shaft. I found it. To leave, find that. You can only leave once per level. If you do leave, you can heal up to full health. Yeah, so you do heal up to full health. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to heal up to full health, and I'm going to buy 2 of those big boy healing potions, which go plus 15. And they are called, what were they called? They're called gain health potions. So I have plus 2 gain health potions, and I spent all my gold because they're 25 apiece, and I have 50 gold. So I've spent all my gold, but I have 2 gain health, which give you plus 15 HP. That's pretty good. All right. Now, there's other things you can do in town, but I'm not going to do them because they're risky. What you do is, after you buy items, you can go to the engraver. Well, I don't have any runes to engrave. You can go to the herbalist and buy some stuff, but I don't have any more gold, so I can't do that. You mix these herbs to make special things, and we'll get to that. I've got 3 rations. I don't need to buy any. You need 1 for each time you go from one level to the next. In the evening, you can go spend time at the tavern, or you can go to the temple. At the temple, you can meditate and then choose one of the gods or goddesses for a favor point. It is a place where turning your attention to the subject and calling for a favor. Choose one, gain a favor. So I'm going to gain plus 1 favor. So what I did is I'm going to put town here, gain the health, plus 1 favor point for Grakada. Then I can go to the town hall and do a wrestling competition. I'm not going to do it, because sometimes you lose health or gold. And now I return to the dungeon. So I scratch out the exit. It is collapsed. And I find my way back here, and now we will go through this door, or corridor. It is a 2x5 room. 2x5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many exits? 5 is, I believe, 2 exits. So I'll put 1 here, and I'll put 1 here. Like that. All right, this is going to be room number 10. Let's see what is in this room. This is a normal size room, so it's page 42. And roll 2d6. That is a 2-2. 2-2 is a scuffed up space. I've already rolled it, but it's not unique. So you can, if it's not unique, you can encounter it again. Scuffed up space. It says, roll on RUPT. There's a rubbish pile. You can check it. You don't have to, but I'm going to. RUPT1 is page 27. All right, the rubbish pile, roll 2d6. That's an 8. You realize this is the remains of a fire with a few coals scattered. I'm going to take the coals. Plus 2 coals. Because remember, I can make those donations to one of those gods. And Nevizator, I think, took coal. But I can't backtrack. That's the problem. Now I can't go back. I can only go forward. That was the... So I can't go back to that. If I hadn't used the chute, I could easily go back and use that shrine and do that. All right, and then it said, after the scuffed room, it says, then roll on an interrupt, IAUT1, which is on page 36. I don't like interrupts because they're sometimes really bad. That is a 2-5. Thrown into a corner is a rag. You hold it up and see the shadowy outline of a god and realize this is a holy shroud. You have got the Holy Shroud quest. Holy Shroud quest. Roll on GOT1 to identify the god. If you place this at a shrine or altar to that god, you gain plus 2 favor points. Nice! But let's roll to see which god it is. And I think that's on page 15. It is. Roll a d6. 4 is Muratani. Muratani. All right. As soon as I find a Muratani shrine, I can get plus 2 favor points with her. Nice. All right. We have 2 doors. And by the way, I forgot, page 43. Scuffed up space has archways. So these are both archways. So I don't have to... We haven't encountered any locked doors yet. Locked doors are different in this game, and we will get to them. All right. Let's keep going. Let's go through this door, this archway here, because it's probably going to send me down. It's going to have to. All right. Ooh, big room. 5 by 6, which is 30. So what I can do is I'll just make it a corridor that goes down like this to a 5 by 6 room. 5 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Not a big room, just a regular room. How many exits? Ooh, that's 3 exits. Okay, so we'll do 1 here. We'll do 1 here. And we'll do 1 here. Now, here's the fun part. There is an archway here in the entry room that goes this way, and there's not enough room here to put a room. So I'm just going to join this to the corridor there and seal up the dungeon. So the dungeon, you know, it just makes sense that would come back on itself. All right, let's see what's in this room. This is going to be room number 11. And there are 3 exits. We already rolled for that. So let's go to page 42, level 1 room. And let's roll to see what this is. That is a 4-5. 4-5 is storage area. Storage area is not unique, and it's archways. Like I said, this is the easiest level 1 dungeon I have ever done. All the doors are archways, or most of them. All right. Empty boxes and tea chests fill this space. There are also sacks and bags. So there's a lot of crates and bags and things like that laying around. But more importantly, roll a d6. On a 1 to 4, a random patrol comes by. A random patrol is going to come by. So when you encounter a patrol, there are different patrols for different levels. So we're going to do a level 1 patrol, which is L1P, level 1 patrol, and it's on page 38. So we come to page 38, and I don't think there was a modifier. I rolled a 4, 5, or L1P minus 1. There is a modifier. L1P is right here, level 1 patrol, and I roll a d6 and subtract 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. There is a guard. All right, let's get the guard card. I'll throw the guard card up on screen. The guard has 7 hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has, or she, it's a she, has 1 shift. She shield blocks on secondary 3s and 5s. Oops, wrong color. Secondary 3 and a secondary 5. And those are minus 1 damage. All right, we're going to reset to 1. I'm at full health. Let's go ahead and attack. I rolled a 1-4. I cannot get with 2 shift. I could get this to a 3, but not this. I miss. She rolls a 2-1. With 1 shift, she can't get this to a 5 or 6. She misses. Round number 2. I rolled a 5-3. Well, with 2 shifts, I can get this down to a 3-3. Oh, I could go to a 6-4. 6-4, yeah, 6-4. And why am I doing that? Because she doesn't block on a secondary 4. She does block on a secondary 3. This is going to do d6 plus 2 damage. 4 plus 2 is 6, and she's got 1 health left. All right. She attacks me with a 1-5. With 1 shift, she can't get that to a 5 or 6. She misses. Round number 3. I rolled a 6-3. With 2 shift, I can again make this a 6-4. She's only got 1 health left, so she's dead. And she's dead. Not bad. All right. She gets me 13 XP, which is up to 50. I'm halfway there. 50. And more importantly, she gets me a roll on pouch table 1 at -1. PT1 is page 23. Pouch table 1, and I do a -1 on the addition of these 2 dice, or the sum. 4 minus 1 is 3, empty. She didn't give me anything. However, this was a storage area, so let me go back to that. The storage area, it says if you survive, roll on BT1. It's a box, I believe. BT1 is bag, page 19. And I get to roll just BT1, no modifier, page 19. 19, come on, there we go. Bag table 1, roll 2d6. That is a 5. The sack is full of twigs and sticks. I'll take some sticks, you never know. Some cathodo spines. Those, again, are one of those things you can use to make stuff. And an old carrot. I have a carrot. Why not? All right. The cathodo spines. Let me explain that real quick. So there are these are the different things you can find. Scarlet Oriatus, Cathodo, Dancoma, Malaco, Zumeros, and Elios. Down at the bottom, it tells you that you can make like a medicated paste, or a health paste, or a sterilizing powder, or a dark shell. But it tells you how many ingredients. So you have to look at the cards. I just got some cathodo spines. A soothing oil is one of 2 ingredients. So I look for the other soothing oil. Here it is, and it takes Zumeros leaves, which I don't have. I only have cathodo and where did I had something else. Dancoma stems. So I don't have enough to make that. I could make a medicated bandage. Dakota Medicated bandage requires scarlet uveitis. I don't have that. So I can't make anything just yet, but you can buy things you're missing in town. All right, that's all I got. I keep these videos under 30 minutes and we are out of time. I think in the next video, I am going to wrap this dungeon up and find those stairs. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of 2d6 Dungeon. If you have any questions or anything, post them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And I'll be back very soon with the next episode. Until then, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.